for just being so touched and moved and having no idea of what so many women experience. And
Blake Lively's latest film has been met with harsh criticism, with early reactions from the premiere and major outlets describing it in very negative terms. Another Simple Favor in particular has been widely panned, with reviewers from The Hollywood Reporter and Variety calling it uneven, repetitive, and poorly paced. Despite some small praise for the chemistry between the lead characters, critics argue that the writing leans too heavily on exposition and repetitive dialogue, weakening the overall impact of the story and making the film feel slow and unconvincing. Beyond the film itself, much of the conversation has been overshadowed by ongoing legal disputes and public controversies surrounding Blake Lively, which commentators say have heavily influenced how audiences and critics perceive her work. These off-screen issues, including high-profile allegations and counterclaims involving Justin Baldoni, have dominated headlines and fueled constant scrutiny of her public image. As a result, many critics suggest it has become difficult to separate the movie from the surrounding media storm, with every promotional appearance and public statement drawing additional attention and criticism. The controversy has turned what was intended to be a straightforward sequel into a highly scrutinized release, where the film is judged as much by its surrounding narrative as by its actual content. The promotional cycle for Another Simple Favor has been widely described as unusually turbulent, with much of the attention around the film shifting away from its story, performances, and production value, and instead becoming entangled in the broader public narrative surrounding Blake Lively, and ongoing off-screen controversies discussed in the media. As a result, interviews, press events, and red carpet appearances were frequently framed through the lens of external drama, with commentators suggesting that it became increasingly difficult for audiences and critics to evaluate the film in isolation. This constant overlap between publicity and personal headlines created a situation where even standard promotional moments were heavily analyzed, sometimes for reasons unrelated to the film itself. Within industry discussions, some have argued that this kind of media environment placed additional pressure on the filmmakers, particularly the director, who reportedly invested significant time, effort, and creative energy into shaping the project. From this perspective, the concern is not about the technical execution of the film, but rather how external narratives can dominate a release to the point where artistic intent is overshadowed. Observers have pointed out that when a lead actor becomes the focus of intense public scrutiny, it can unintentionally redirect attention away from the collaborative work of the cast and crew, affecting how the final product is received regardless of its actual quality. At the same time, broader commentary around Blake Lively has become increasingly divided, with online discussions and media analysis reflecting a mix of support, skepticism, and speculation about various legal and professional disputes mentioned in public discourse. Some critics have focused on the challenges of managing reputation in the age of constant social media attention, where every post, interview, or public interaction is instantly amplified and dissected. Others note that this level of visibility can lead to competing interpretations of the same events, further intensifying debate and making consensus difficult. Adding to the complexity, rumors of tension between co-stars, including Anna Kendrick, have circulated during promotional appearances, often fueled by brief or ambiguous interview moments that were later widely analyzed online. While some observers interpret these moments as signs of behind-the-scenes strain, others caution that such readings are speculative and shaped heavily by audience perception, rather than confirmed statements. Overall, the film's release period has become an example of how modern celebrity culture, media scrutiny, and online discourse can merge, turning a standard movie rollout into a much larger and more complicated public conversation that extends far beyond the screen. The narrative being circulated suggests that promotional tension around Another Simple Favor was amplified by how the film's cast were presented during the press tour, especially on social media, where fans closely analyzed posts for signs of coordination or distance between Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. In particular, Some observers pointed to the limited presence of Kendrick in promotional Instagram posts as evidence of possible off-screen strain, interpreting the lack of shared images as a signal of disconnect, rather than a simple editorial choice. This kind of speculation, whether accurate or not, tends to grow quickly in high-profile film campaigns, where even small details are often read as meaningful indicators of behind-the-scenes dynamics. The director, Paul Feig, has publicly tried to push back on this type of interpretation by emphasizing that the production experience was positive and that the working relationship between the leads remained professional. However, in situations where public perception has already been shaped by rumors, brief comments or reassurances from filmmakers often struggle to fully override what audiences think. They can infer from promotional behavior. As a result, even neutral or routine press interactions can become heavily scrutinized, with tone, wording, and body language all being analyzed for hidden meaning. At the same time, online discourse around Blake Lively has become increasingly polarized, with social media users debating everything from her public image to alleged PR strategies. Some claims circulating online suggest highly coordinated reputation management efforts, including accusations about artificial engagement or manipulated online sentiment. But these remain part of broader internet speculation rather than verified fact. Still, once such ideas enter the public conversation, they can significantly influence how audiences interpret unrelated events, including film ratings, early review scores, or platform activity. Overall, the situation illustrates how modern film promotion can be shaped as much by audience interpretatio and online narrative building as by the actual content of the movie itself. In this case, discussions about Another Simple Favor have extended far beyond traditional reviews, turning the release into a wider conversation about celebrity perception, media scrutiny, and how quickly speculation can take on a life of its own in the digital age. Another Simple Favor has faced additional scrutiny following reports that its Rotten Tomatoes score unexpectedly rose to around 80% shortly after its limited premiere at South by Southwest, because the film had only a small early audience at that stage. Some observers questioned how such a noticeable increase in positive reviews could occur so quickly, suggesting a possible mismatch between early audience reactions and the aggregated score. These reactions fueled broader online speculation about whether the reception was fully representative of viewer sentiment. Though early festival scores often fluctuate as more reviews are added, the controversy surrounding the film's promotion has also been amplified by ongoing online discussions about cast dynamics and publicity strategy. Some claims circulating on social media have suggested tension between Blake Lively and co-star Anna Kendrick, while others have dismissed these interpretations as overanalysis of limited promotional appearances and interview moments. Director Paul Feig has publicly indicated that the production process was professional and that the cast worked well together, but such statements have not fully stopped speculation from continuing online. Additional unverified rumors have also circulated regarding marketing tactics at the premiere and promotional events, including allegations of staged enthusiasm or coordinated audience reactions. While such practices are sometimes discussed in the context of film marketing more broadly, there is no confirmed evidence supporting specific claims about their use in this case. Nevertheless, these narratives have contributed to a wider perception of controversy around the film's rollout. More broadly, Blake Lively's public image has become a frequent topic of online debate, with discussions ranging from her social media management to the level of control exercised over her public-facing accounts. Some observers interpret tightly managed comment sections and curated posts as strategic reputation control, while others view it as standard celebrity PR practice in a highly scrutinized digital environment. Overall, the situation surrounding Another Simple Favor has become less about the film itself and more about the surrounding media narratives, where speculation, online discourse, and public perception have all blended into a larger conversation about celebrity, promotion, and modern entertainment publicity.